the lethal elevator attendant, Elizabeth!
Soft-spoken, calm, yet always finds the humor in either the most benign or tense situations. The lethal elevator attendant Elizabeth is arguably one of the most likable characters in the Persona universe. In a complex nature of being so inquisitive of the things transpiring around her, yet still maintaining an air of mystery with regards to her own personal narrative, the always captivating Elizabeth is anything but ordinary. Despite being one of the legacy figures in the Persona universe, outside of her ties to the Velvet Room and to her sister Margaret, Elizabeth's past is somewhat unclear with very little known details. However, in a fitting fashion to her mysterious personality, what we know of Elizabeth is only what she allows us to. Carrying a lighthearted attitude, an elegant smile, and almost childlike curiosity and humor, Elizabeth has also shown an ability to be quite profound and dependable to all of those she encounters. The unique aspect of her personality is that despite her quirkiness, the underlying tone of Elizabeth's intimidating strength is quite present. Outside of seeking answers, she has never been one to go out of her way in looking for a fight. However, Elizabeth is more than capable of standing her own ground. Wielding the Persona Compendium as her main weapon, along with one of the most fearsome personas known in existence, Thanatos, one formerly owned by her dear Velvet Room guest, Makoto Yuki. The ability to control the compendium as well as she does allows Elizabeth to utilize literally every trick in the book. The use of all primary elements as well as status elements lends her to attack and strategically execute traps perhaps with more flexibility than any of her opponents. Though, despite carrying such a unique skill set, Elizabeth's defense is where her weakness truly lies, as she tends to struggle against high volume attacks and pressure, as well as sporting one of the lowest health gauges compared to contemporaries. However, with the balancing act of extremely effective zoning tools, carefully laid out traps, and underrated mobility, Elizabeth is no stranger to shutting the lights out, sometimes even in a blink of an eye. As she continues on her independent journey of perhaps one day saving her longtime Velvet Room guest, Elizabeth brings her charismatic nature to every pit stop she decides to visit. And even though she is unknown by many, Elizabeth has a knack of charming almost all those she encounters, something that has been quite consistent when it comes to the quirky yet delightful woman in blue.
Elizabeth! Wait!